Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live on his Monday edition. That's right. Happy Monday to each and every one. Hope you had a wonderful, 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 and fantastic weekend. And I hope this Monday has been good. Look here, old country boy, as I always say, since I'm up on this whole thing by myself, I won't be before you long. I sure won't. I'm going to dip in, I'm going to dip out, because I know some of y'all, most of y'all, probably 90% of y'all trying to go watch that old Monday night football. So I'm going to get on up in here. I'm going to do what God has commanded me to do, and then I'm going to get on up out your way. Look here. As the old country boy always do, before I sit in here, before this old thing clicked on, I was sitting here meditating, like, Lord, what you got for me? What you got for me? What you gonna put up in me? You know, I didn't really know until just before this old button came on. And I'm gonna speak to my brothers tonight. So if there's some female up on here, maybe you want to pass it on to them. But I want to speak to my brothers. I want to speak to my brothers. When I say my brothers, I want to speak to my fathers. And I want to say this, man. Let's be the example for our children. And I'm saying that from myself, from learning. I'm gonna tell y'all today. I had a conversation today with my oldest. She's 30 years old. I had a conversation today with my oldest, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing to be able to sit and listen and have a conversation. I am just so very, very, very proud of my oldest child. I'm so proud of her, the woman that she is growing into, the person that she's becoming. She's becoming her own. Well, some a little bit like daddy, because we was discussing that. And, ooh, Lord, I said, Lord, good. I know who your daddy is. But to know the impact that we have on our children as men. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stress this a little bit thing. It's not just our children, but us as men have such an impact on children. And we should understand that we should live up to being the model for them. The model. We should live up to that. I know it's a high calling, and I know, there's all kind of things that men folk always say, maybe there's that problem with the mom or this, that, and the other. That does not negate the fact that you are a father to your children. It does not negate that fact. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I ain't talking about nobody else, just talking about myself. That does not negate the fact that you are the model for them. And when given that, man, that's a task. That is a task. We can't just overlook them. We can't just think that, they gonna be okay, or well, mama got them. Or now we as men have a responsibility to our children, to the children, not just ours. We as men, I'm pointing here first. We have a responsibility. We do. We should be here setting the standards. We should be here being role models, positive role models. I mean, we are role models. You're gonna be negative or positive, but we should do our best to be the best positive role model in our children's lives, and in children, not just ours, lives, because we matter. We matter. And understand this is that children, again, not just ours, but children are watching, and they're learning. They're watching and they're learning. See, how does a young man learn to be a man? From watching men, from watching us. How does a young lady learn how a man should treat her? From watching us. and how we go about it, and how we carry ourselves. See, I know a lot of people say, well, men, well, the women, look here, if we do what we're supposed to do, if we do what we're supposed to do, I'm talking about walking it. I ain't talking about this stuff, outside stuff. I'm talking about our genuine character. I'm talking about being it. I'm talking about living it. I'm talking about understanding that it's bigger than us, understanding that we are leaving a legacy behind, and it's our choice what kind of legacy we want to leave behind. It's up to us. You know, I know that the past sometimes can be difficult. I get that. Trust me. I'm not sitting up here saying that the road to being whatever and we have learning curves. Yeah, because you know what? Same thing. Somebody poured into us and maybe it was negative or what. But at a certain point, what we have to do as men, I talk about man, I talk about myself. What we have to do is hold ourselves, our standards, our character. We have to be accountable for that. We do. We as men have to set our standards high, not on what somebody's going to do to us, but how we going to be, how we're going to carry ourselves. Because guess what? The women are watching, the children are watching. And when we sit here and go back and forth and don't be this and don't be that and be wishy-washy, what we are doing is that's what we're showing them. Too many of us have talked the talk, but have not walked the walk. Maybe because we didn't know. Maybe then, you know what they say? When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. But the one thing that we do know is the difference between right and wrong. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We be waiting on this and somebody else to hold us accountable. When are we as men going to hold ourselves accountable and understand that we have to set the bar, set the standards? We have to be the model for our children and for children every day. You know, simple things. Simple things. I'm gonna give you some simple things because I'm old school. Simple things. When you walk into a store and somebody's walking out, hold the door. Common courtesy. Say thank you. Say please. But I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about us, men. So, man, we have to set the standards. We go and we be like, oh, well, no, because what we're doing again is we're setting the standards. If we set them low, then what do you think the generations and everybody behind us is going to have? Low standards. Low standards. We got to raise this thing up. We all talk about this change. Well, we as men ain't about no what color. It's about us as men standing up to our rightful place as being leaders in our homes, in our communities, to start. That's what we started at, right there. That's where we started at. You know, and again, I'm talking about, you know, today, just to be able to sit and have a conversation with my daughter and for her to pour into me and then hopefully I poured something into her, but to be able to have that and to hear my child say that she was proud of the way I'm walking. It ain't always been that way. That's why I say we have to hold ourselves accountable. We know the difference between right and wrong. To be able to hear that from mine, to know like, wow. So if my child is watching, somebody else is watching. Somebody else is watching. And it's not about doing it because somebody's watching. It's about doing it because that's who we know that we are. We're here. I'm not saying anybody's beneath us, but I'm saying that we should set the standard, set the bar higher than what we have. We are where we are because we as men have negated our responsibility as being the trend setters, as being the leaders, as being the men that we should be. We have not held ourselves accountable. We have just gone by. Let it roll. It is what it is. And what it is where it is. And where it is because of us. I'm not saying nothing negative about a single female. I'm just talking to my brothers. Look here, what you want to call? I'm gonna do some barbershop talk to my brothers. And I hope you get it. I hope you understand this is how crucial we are to the success or the failure of our families, of our home, of our communities, of our counties, of our states, of this country. How important we are. Everything, so much is riding on the standards that we set. I know some of them may be low, but guess what? We can change that. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I've had wonderful, 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 thank God for some wonderful men that I look at today, that I looked at in my past that were there, that set the bar high. I'm not saying that every single time in my life I've reached it, but they gave me something to strive for. That's what we should be doing for each other, men. We should be giving each other something to strive for. And I ain't talking about let's go out here and chase the bag. I ain't talking about let's go out here and chase women. That ain't what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about setting our standards high, setting them high to be the best us that we can be, and surrounding ourselves with those people who set that bar this high. See, we become who we surround ourselves with, man. We become who we surround ourselves with, man. If we surround ourselves with people and other men who just really just comfortable where they are, then guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna be just comfortable where we are because that's what we've surrounded ourselves with. But when we surround ourselves with people who are high achievers and people who want to make a statement and people who want to stand and build their character, then guess what that's going to do to us? It's going to make us want to build ourselves up to a higher level. It's going to increase us. If we want to be around liars and cheaters, then guess what? I'm telling you, hang around a sewage long enough, you start to stink. Facts. And at some point, you can't keep blaming it on the sewer. You got to understand that that's where I put myself at. But just because you put yourself there, you can get yourself out of it. Rise above it. Rise above it. I'm telling you, when you surround yourself with grounded thinkers, people who have visions, dreams, determination, goals, when you surround yourself with those people, even if you don't have them, but if you hang around them long enough, you hang around them long enough, it starts to rub off. It starts to rub off. Our children need us to be the best us. Children, not just ours, need to see a positive role model. We have allowed everybody else to be a role model other than us. We as men have allowed everybody else to be the role model. We've allowed, and I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying what I feel. This is my worthless 2 cents. We've allowed mothers to be the role model. We've allowed video games to be the role model. We've allowed TV to be the role model. We've allowed everything to be the role model except for us. Except for us. We've lowered our standards. Now it's time to rise. Time to rise. It's time to walk in it. And no, it ain't about chasing the bag and doing all this. It's about giving them something. I know this, and I believe this with all my heart. Our children look to us for hope. Children in general look to us for hope. Somehow, I feel that women, females, look to us for hope. How can we give them that if we are hopeless? How can you instill hope in somebody if you are hopeless? We gotta raise the bar. We have to raise the bar. My brothers, my brothers, my brothers. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color you are. You're still my brother. It's time for us to rise up, set the standards high, hold our friends accountable, hold each other accountable. When I see my brother slipping, it ain't to push him down further. It's to hold him accountable and help him to rise up. That's what we're supposed to do. See, when we do that for our brothers, then we're setting the bar higher. Then we're setting positive examples on how it's supposed to work. And we're building, and we're growing. We got to do this. We got to do it. We have to do it. I'm not talking about being some old aggressive and I'm the man. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing like that. I'm not running around here talking about, oh, just show all your masculinity. Like, no, I'm saying hold yourself accountable. Rise your standards, raise your standards. Just rise up. Let's be like yeast and rise, baby. Let's be like yeast and rise. And as we do that, I know we'll see a change first within ourselves, because then we become more confident. We become better fathers. We become better boyfriends. We become better husbands. We become better men, better leaders. See, and I'm not talking about, you got to leave. No, I'm just talking about them. We regain the respect. Because what we've done is lowered our standards to the simple fact that why respect? It's not that anybody took it away. We gave it away. So it's our time now. Time to stand. It's time to stand as men. It's time to stand united and to raise up each other. My brother's down, then I'm down. Help my brother up. If my brother rises, even if he rises higher than me, I'm not mad at him. I applaud him. I don't try to pull him down because now there's this sense of competition and he doesn't. No. If my brother rises before I do and higher than I do, you know what? Great job. That's what we have to learn to do. That. Not trying to fight one another and rip one another apart. We've done that for so long. We've done it for so long. That's what we've done. So if you've been conditioned to do it, hey, old country boys telling you now you can be reconditioned. How can I say it? Because I can, right here, right here, right here. right here. If it can happen for me, anybody, our children, all children need us to be standard setter. Our boys need us to walk in a manner in which they'll know what a man is. Our girls need us to walk in a manner so they'll know what a man is. Not some old aggressive, not some macho, but they'll know what a man is. See, because understand this, that one day, like myself, that daughter, she gonna go out and find a man. Yeah. But if we hadn't been leading, if we hadn't set the standards and raised the bar, what kind of man is she gonna find? Because who is he been watching? Who has he been watching? Let's take this. Let's take this challenge. We do all other kind of challenge. Let's take this challenge right here from the old country boys now issuing a challenge to all men to rise up, to stand up, to walk the walk of being a man, to being positive examples for children, for our children, for children in general, for our women. That's the challenge. Anybody want to take that challenge? Anybody want to take that? To being men of our words, to being men of character. Anybody want to take that challenge? A country boys just offered a challenge. See how it goes. So if anybody want to share that one out there, share it out to the country boy just offered a challenge to our men. Yeah, how about that? How about that? For us to be men of character, men of higher standards, men who hold themselves accountable, responsible, faithful, committed, loyal. Yeah. That's the man challenge. The country boy just put out a man challenge. I did that. And I'm the first one on the boat. I'm the first one for the man challenge. Welcoming all comers. Well, yeah, I know it's old football Monday, so I ain't gonna be on here. I'm finna get on up out of here. I'll be back Wednesday, but I have a very special guest. I have a Friday show coming, y'all. I have a Friday show this week. Man, it's gonna be fantastic, fantastic show. I'll be sending out some notifications, some flyers, a little thing, let y'all know who's gonna be on the show coming up Friday. But look here, I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I know you didn't have to, but I greatly appreciate it. As I always say, Old Country Boy is so grateful and honored that God has allowed him this platform, that he allowed me to sit here at this table, that he chose this old boy right here to be the gardener and sow the seed. And I pray that the seeds that I sow are healthy and that they fall upon fertile ground. So, as I always say, I love each and every one of you unconditionally, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a good one now. Here, see y'all Wednesday, 8 o'clock.